Welcome to the Audacious OBM podcast. I'm your host, Leanne Woff, creator of OBM Academy and founder of Audacious Empires. Each week, my crew and I will explore all things building and scaling an exceptional OBM business. This podcast is here to share how you can charge premium prices, have clients lining up to work with you, and never have to work another weekend again. You can have a thriving OBM business, working with the clients you want, when you want, and charging the price you want. It's time to banish mediocre and become the standout, sought-after OBM you know you can be. Hey, amazing human. All right, today we are talking about the number one qualification you need to be an exceptional OBM. Dun, dun, dun. So tradition has taught us that in whatever industry we're in whatever career we choose, we need a piece of paper that says, yes, you're approved to do this. And in an industry like the OBM industry, it is not governed by an industrial body. So in some industries, you'll find that the government, the country, whoever is running it, will come up with the core criteria of what you need to be able to adequately call yourself a certain type of professional. So for instance, in Australia, if you want to be a builder, there is a governing body and all of this legislation and a framework around what you need to go around and tell people, yes, I'm a builder, I'm qualified to do this. But in the OBM industry, in the virtual assistant industry, we don't have something like that. There is no piece of paper. There is no big governing body that says, yes, this person can only do this if they meet these criteria. But tradition has taught us that we need that piece of paper. It makes us feel secure. That's what we know and what we understand. And what this does is create some uncertainty within us. If you are in the virtual assistant industry and you are thinking about niching into online business management, you might wobble a little because you don't have a checklist of things. You don't have it laid out before you of this is what you need to measure yourself against to be able to call yourself an OBM. Now, I know in my OBM challenge, it's called the Thriving OBM challenge, and we get this question a lot. And that is from people who either have just started their OBM journey or from virtual assistants who think that maybe the role that I'm in, I'm actually doing an OBM role, but I'm not positioning myself that way. Or I've heard people talk about being an OBM and I'm interested in that, but I don't know what qualifications I need. What qualifications do I need to be an OBM? Now, in this challenge, the focus is to give virtual assistants and those looking at becoming OBMs or who've been in the OBM industry for a long time, the core skills to stop being overworked, underpaid, and build a thriving OBM business. And within that, we look at things like your ideal client and the different skills that you have and how to position those within the industry so that you can really get the best clients, and then how to price things profitably so that you don't have to be underpaid and overworked. And all of these things then are underpinned by the qualifications that you have to be an OBM. So how does that answer the question? When I'm in this program, when I'm in this free challenge, I tend to take a very controversial approach. So other OBM coaches, no matter what country you're in, I'm in Australia, but I've seen OBM coaches do this time and time again, all over the world. They will tell you that you need a specific course, their course, a program to learn a certain tool. Maybe you need to do their certification program to really get credibility, to get some backing behind you in the industry, to build your confidence. All of these things are great. They will boost your business and are so good. I know I have them all. I have a course, I have a certification program, but I don't believe that those are the things that you need to be a qualified OBM. I believe the truth is the one qualification that you need to be an exceptional OBM is life experience, which, hey, I said it was controversial. It's not the answer that you probably thought you were going to hear. But I also believe that OBMs have certain skills and certain personality traits and a way of being and working that makes them really great OBMs. And in all of my learnings between what makes an awesome OBM and what makes an average OBM, it comes down to soft skills. It does not come down to anything that will sit on a piece of paper. And that's the honest truth. So while you can go and source courses, learn different tools, learn ways to operate your business, do certifications and build your credibility, those all have their place and very good places. But in my opinion, life experience and soft skills is the one qualification. That is the thing that you need. And the beautiful part of this is we already have that. That is our foundation. So you've already got that first step. As an OBM, there are certain skills that will help you in your OBM journey. But really, it's the ability to use the things that you've learned in your entire life and how you then weave those into your role as an OBM that will set you apart, that will make you exceptional. I'm going to use a little story to help you visualize what I'm talking about. One of my students in OBM Academy, they very much struggled with what they could call themselves. This person had been a virtual assistant and branded themselves as a virtual assistant. They hadn't really expanded that title at all. So they didn't call themselves a general admin virtual assistant. They didn't call themselves a tech VA or a legal VA. They were a virtual assistant, which could be so many things. And they felt like they had more to offer than how they were positioning themselves. And in OBM Academy, part of what we do is really dig into what have we got to present the world and how do we craft a business around that that's easy, that's fun, that we enjoy, and that is highly profitable. So we do unpack a lot of this stuff, which then helps us uncover where we've been up until now and how we can leverage what we've got. So this person was talking to me in one of our coaching sessions, because we have weekly coaching calls, and was saying, I found this module really, really hard because I know that I can do some things, but I don't really see any of it as beneficial. And I've always just done it. And I said to them, send me what you've done. So each week, the students have the opportunity to do the assessment portion, which then gets them certified. And so they send me through their work, and then I look at it and I review it and I give them video reviews. And so I said to this student, send it to me, even if it's not finished, send it to me so I can see, and then I'll help get you unstuck. And so very hesitantly, she sent me what she'd done. And when I was able to access this document, I was mind blown. The things on this massive list of things that she'd given me, of different experience she had, different skills she had, it was jam-packed with value. And I could see it all because I knew what I was looking for, and because I'm a third party. When we see ourselves very differently, and we don't know what to pull in or what that means. But me looking at this sheet, I just saw how awesome this student was. And I was a little bit gobsmacked. And that went in my video back to her saying, look at all of this stuff. I could dissect this in 10 different ways of however you want to position yourself because of how much experience you have. And when we looked at it together, she started talking about how she's got decades of experience in small businesses. She's got decades of experience in family businesses, in all different kinds. And that the thing that has consistently followed her through is her ability to help her clients set clear goals that feel fantastic, that they really do want to achieve. And maybe they didn't realize that before. And then to be able to problem solve. So she told me all these different scenarios where someone would bring her in to help in whatever manner. And the role she would fall into is uncovering what these goals really were to get the business where it needed to be, and then her coming up with a way to achieve them. So she was able to problem solve some things that she didn't even understand. So let's say, I'm going to be completely hypothetical, but let's say somebody said, I want to own a farm, and she knows nothing about farming. She would be able to come up with a plan of how to get this person that farm and the different things that they would need to do to make that happen. And so she gave her clients endless possibilities. She made it possible. But because she wasn't able to clearly articulate, I can solve this problem for you, or this problem, or this problem, she felt stuck. Whereas I saw all her stories, and I saw the skills in this list, the different things she's done through her career, and just went, who cares if you've not called yourself an OBM? Who cares if you don't have that piece of paper to check off? What I see here is a highly capable person, and the world is your oyster. And so I went through the different scenarios, and I said to her, from an OBM perspective, this is what this experience has given you. This is what this experience has given you. And all of these things combined are what make you an exceptional OBM. It's your ability to draw from those experiences and look at what each one has taught you. And the biggest thing that she took away from OBM Academy was, I now know what I can call myself. I now know how to position myself, how to talk to clients with confidence, because I know what I have to offer. I have other students that will say, oh, I increased my revenue by this much, and they've got really hard results from doing it. But her biggest takeaway when I asked her was, I know what to call myself. And it changed everything for her. And none of that was based on a tool that she learned. It was really looking at the experiences that she had and knowing what to pull out. It was those things that made her incredible. And OBM Academy just helped her see that. I hope that that helps you grasp what I'm trying to say more, is that it doesn't matter what project management software you use. It doesn't matter if you have a bachelor degree in management. They're not the things, they're not the qualifications that really change things for people or for clients. It's the life experience and how you use it. To be an OBM, you really need some solid soft skills. They're the skills that we don't talk about as much. We talk about qualifications and education and our ability to use a certain platform. But soft skills, especially working with clients, people every day, They're the things that you want to master. And your life experience is generally what gives you those soft skills. If you think about it from when you're a kid to now, you've spent your whole life learning these skills. You just don't recognize them as that. For example, some of the skills that will benefit an OBM, more so than knowing how to use ActiveCampaign, being able to make decisions, sound logical decisions, being able to problem solve, being able to navigate and hold space in difficult conversations, being able to communicate openly and honestly and create a collaborative environment. Those skills, these are essential to being an exceptional OBM. It's not a certification and it's not a hard qualification. It's a soft one. And if you spend some time, you'll probably find that you have a lot of them. You just need to learn how to position them and you need to lean into it. So I hope that that has answered your question, this question that I get all of the time. What is the number one qualification I need to be an exceptional OBM? And it is life experience, and the likelihood is that you've already got it. You've just got to learn how to use it. And if you're wondering about my OBM challenge, which is free, where we do dig into a little bit of this some more, come and join. All you need to do is go to leannewoff.com/challenge and you'll find it. And like I said, it's free. So what have you got to lose? If this is a question that you want answered for yourself, then it will definitely give you that. It'll show you what your skills are and where they lie. And if you can be confidently naming yourself an OBM. But I've summed it all up here anyway. Thanks, guys. Have a great week. Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of The Audacious OBM. We hope this episode has helped you move forward in your journey to being a standout and sought-after OBM. If you enjoyed the episode, take a second to rate and review. Each review helps us to help other OBMs just like you. If you're interested in learning more about OBM Academy and all that it offers, head over to audaciousempires.com to get all the juicy details. We'll be back next week.